It's time, everybody. In this video, we are going to be cracking open a sample test pack from Sorcery Contested Realm. I want to thank Erik and Nicholas and the entire Sorcery team for sending me this pack. It's the only Sorcery product I own. This is one of 48 known art sample packs, and according to collectorarthouse.com, which, by the way, you guys should head out there and check out. There's tons of data on Sorcery, a lot of curated information, a lot of curated art being presented with that information, a lot of cool history kind of going along with it. And one of the articles talks about these sample packs. The known information, okay, so of course we could learn more and it could change, is that there are 244 silver non-art sample packs, and there's 48 of these with the art that we know about today. What I'm going to try to do, I want to preserve the pack a little bit. I've got really an extra large, it's like super long top loader that I can use to preserve the pack. So I'm going to try to do something creative here and slice only the back of the pack to leave the front without like a cut in it so that I could preserve it without the cut. If I have to, I've got scissors right here, we'll cut it open. So all the cards I've got shifted down. We've got a good solid 3/4 of an inch on the top here where I shouldn't be able to damage any of the cards by doing this. Let's give this a try. Maybe what we could do is we could work it from the tab. Okay. We're in. We are in. Oh, that's not too bad. That's coming out decent. I'm feeling good about how far away the blade is from the cards. I left a lot of room in there. Okay. Wow. Okay, little bit of glue that I've got to navigate here. Let me just get a little snip going. You guys can see what I'm doing here with the scissors, just kind of, there we go. Cutting some relief in there. That's nice. That'll look at the front of that. That'll keep the front looking pretty decent to collect it. I don't want to damage any edges or corners, so I really want to get that last little bit kind of snipped away. Now, as far as I'm aware, I don't think we have any hollow sample cards that came in pack form. I don't know that 100%, okay, but from what I understand, the test samples were non-hollows. Who knows? You know, maybe there's a hollow sheet out there somewhere or whatever, but wow. Okay. Let's just take a look at the back of one of these. Wow. I love these backs. If you guys learn how to play this game, what you will find out is there are actually two decks. One of them is your spell book, obviously with spells in it. The other is going to be the atlas with like lands and sites in it, okay? And so I think, yes, here we go. Some of these are going to be the atlas cards. That's freaking gorgeous. I'm really glad they took some time on these card backs because, you know, card backs are stuck with the game forever. Like, that's kind of it. You don't really want to change the back of the card. I'm noticing, like, I don't know if it's like a smudge. Yeah, there's like a little something on one of the corners down here. But I kind of felt like I was able to wipe away some of it. I'm not going to mess with it too much because I don't want to do any extra damage. So I'm going to be taking some time, guys. This is not going to be super quick, super fast video because I don't know that there's a lot of this stuff out there. I really want us to sit back, enjoy these sample cards. Okay, let's take a look at our atlas. Oh, God. Watch Tower. Freaking beautiful. I have a feeling I'm just going to be in awe. Like, I've seen the artwork on Sorcery's website, on the Collector Art House website, but to see it in hand, it's just beautiful. It looks like this is an exceptional card. And so we have different rarity levels. We've got ordinary. Okay, that's your most common. Then exceptional. Then elite. And then unique. Okay, so this is an exceptional land or site. I'm going to probably use interchanging words from other games like Magic when I say things like land for a while until I get used to it. But I'm pretty sure these are site is the more correct way. Okay, so it looks like we got one. Yeah. Oh, nope. There's another land in there. Let's take a look at the lands. There's no order. I don't know what the order is. We're just gonna, yeah, dude. There's like a little bit of stuff on the backs of these. It looks like it's wiping off, so I'm not 100% sure what that is. But here we go. Oh, awesome! Wow. So this is an ordinary. It's a bedrock. Let me get this zoomed in a little bit more for you guys. It's just so beautiful. Look at that. Wow. I mean, it looks like someone took a picture. So for those who are unaware, these are all like hand created, hand painted or hand drawn. These are not computer generated artworks for the whole game. That's one of the factors that attract me, at least, and a lot of other people to the game. So we've got an ordinary spell. This is a Mage Hunter. Man, it feels like I'm there. I love the artwork. When the art is that good, that's the kind of stuff you think about because you're just enthralled with the card, what's going on in the background. You know, it's like, what else is on this desk? We don't know because the text box is in the way there. But beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to start playing. I believe the game is on Tabletop Simulator. Let's see here. We got a Riptide. It's an ordinary. Move target minion to an adjacent water site. Draw a spell. We've got another ordinary. This is a teleport. My camera is recognizing the face. Let me get that off there. Oh, it's back. Look at the eye recognition. Teleport a target minion to any site. That's cool. So for you guys out there that don't know how this game is played, I can give you the general idea. There's a grid-based system, okay, on the board. These sites, you have to play them to occupy spaces in the grid, okay? So you're trying to conquer territory, essentially, expand your territory. And then you can cast like creatures, minions or whatever on those sites because now you have that territory. So you can bring a minion onto that territory. And of course there's spells and other things. They're not just minions where you can do things like this spell said, move a minion from one site to another. That's like, I'm going to literally take them from this one and move them to a site that's maybe like over here. The card movement is a really cool aspect to the game. We have another ordinary. This is going to be Extinguish. The orange and it's like a reddish orange, just kind of like gets wrapped up into whatever the cyclone is coming on back here. That's green. Man, that's awesome. So it looks like this is kind of a counter spell. We've got counter target fire spell or destroy a fire target near your spellcaster. Just having these in hand makes me want to not delay another second to get on Tabletop Simulator and play. I've got to hook up I got to find somebody. I got to get in the Discord and find somebody to play with. Okay, we've got another ordinary. This is a Midland Mercenaries. Another gorgeous piece of artwork. These are all so beautiful. It's like a mini art collection layered on top of a game, or underneath a game rather. This up here, this number 2, that's like your mana cost. And then this here is your threshold, which basically means you need to have sites with that symbol to allow you to be able to cast this. Sometimes you'll get 2 threshold symbols, and then you'd have to have 2 of that kind of site to cast it out. So you've got a mana requirement and then a site requirement, a threshold requirement. Okay, this is looking cool. What is this? It's a root spider. It's another ordinary. This one has burrowing. So I believe the burrowing means that you're like underground, like under the site, so to speak. And I think that you can use that to your advantage as you're playing the game. Because in real life, if you picture something would burrow, and I don't know, if I took a shot at the space that they're in, but they burrowed under that space, I wouldn't be able to hit them. So I imagine we're going to see that that's like maybe a good defense mechanism. We'll have to see how that plays out. I think there are flying creatures, there's burrowing creatures, so that's cool. Like we have almost a 3-dimensional aspect then also happening in the game you have to account for. If this spider is burrowed, minions on that site can't move away. Oh, okay. And look, here's a good example of where you need 2 sites of that type in order to cast. So even if you have enough mana, you've got to have the land. You've got to have the geography. You know what I'm saying? You've got to have those things out on the battlefield in order for you to cast that card. And what do we have next? Oh, okay, we have a boil. This is another ordinary. We have quick magic of Seething Dissipation. So counter target water spell or destroy a water target near your spellcaster. Okay, we saw something similar to this earlier. I think it was with fire. So this is actually a 0 mana cost. You just have to have 2 of that type of site out on the battlefield to play it. By the way, there are 15 cards in this pack. I did not look to see what percentage are supposed to be ordinary or exceptional, elite, or unique. We have an Entangle Terrain. Another great piece of art. This is an aura, okay? Play at the intersection of 2 or 4 sites. So at the intersection of them. So that's kind of interesting. If you could picture 4 sites that make a grid, you'd put this right in the middle. That'd be kind of cool. Of which at least 1 is an earth site. Okay. Minions in the affected sites are grounded and can't move. I get it now. Wow. So you could like start to tie up your opponent. They can't move their minions. And the fact that you could hit 2 or 4. So if you get, technically, it's a situation where if the game would have to be going for long enough where 4 sites have been played by your opponent. So if you cast this early in the game, you might not be able to find 4 altogether. Although it does take 4 mana. So I would assume you'd have to be a few turns in to have conjured 4 mana. But very cool. Man, just look at those sitting there. Absolutely gorgeous. We have a Men of Leng, I believe is how you pronounce this. Another ordinary. Whenever these men deal damage directly to an avatar, that player discards a card at random. Okay, so you kind of disrupt their game a little bit there. That would be a little bit of analogous to like blue magic in Magic the Gathering, because blue has a lot of control of your deck, control of the other player's deck. We've got a roaming monster, another ordinary. Summon this monster to any site. And I think we haven't talked about, this is the power in the upper right-hand corner. So if I look at some of the other cards, it feels like 4 is decently strong. Although we've got 3s and 4s. There's a 2 down there. I wonder how the mana cost and power ratio is going to be across the different rarities. Like in Magic, you can kind of tell, if you're spending a lot for the power that you are getting. So we have Wrath of the Sea. This is our very first elite that we've pulled. This is intense. Look at this freaking tidal wave. It's like bigger than the whole city. Sites near water also become water sites until the end of turn. Submerge any minions and relics on water sites. Minions without the submerge ability drown and die if they are submerged. Wow. That's a serious, it does say Mighty Deluge. I can't wait to play this card. Okay, we're down to 2 cards left. Look at this giant shark. I think that's like a mermaid trying to swim away. Yeah. Man, the light just scatters off the bubbles coming out. This is the amount of time that must have been taken to craft and make these pieces of art and then to curate them into cards has to be unbelievable. I see why now, the Kickstarter has been pushed back a little bit as far as the delivery. I see why. This game, to me, seems like there's a lot of detail, a lot of, I almost want to say perfection being integrated and infused in. And, you've got speed and you've got perfection. It's really hard to have both. So in this case, I kind of don't mind. It's like, my personal opinion, take your time. Take your time, get it as perfect as you want. Maybe in future sets or whatever, if you need to cut a little bit more corners, I think people would understand once the game gets rolling. But for the first rollout, why not make it as perfect as possible and then kind of go from there? Just, again, my personal opinion. So this has a submerge. It's water-bound. And the shark moves freely in a body of water. It must attack if able, including friendly minions. Okay, this dude is like, he does not care. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know 100%, but I believe a body of water is created either by multiple water sites getting like really close to each other, and I think maybe you need like a certain amount of them to make it a body of water, or possibly it's just there are body of water sites. We'll have to see. I have to dig into that. You want to keep your own minions away from this guy, though, because he will eat them. Our last card, everybody. Very last card. We have not seen a unique yet. We've seen an elite. I think we had a couple exceptionals if you include the sites as well as the card we just looked at. Does that mean this is a unique? I don't know. Maybe we're not guaranteed to get a unique in every pack. Let's see. Let's find out. It's another exceptional. Okay, we have a Slumbering Giantess. This is a mythic. It says an exceptional mythic. Dozes peacefully. The Giantess sleeps soundly until damaged. You may attack your own minion, but both still deal damage. I don't know why you'd want to attack your own minion. I'm sure that's written in there for a reason, but it says may. So I don't think you have to until damaged. Okay, interesting. I cannot wait. This is just what I needed to get that last spark of excitement before I get my Kickstarter backer pledge. So I did back. I should have a case. So like 6 booster boxes coming. I hope that's enough for me to put together a full complete set, because you guys know I love to put my full sets together. And maybe with the duplicates, we'll do something special with the patrons or something. We'll figure something out. But for now, that's all I've got. If you guys have questions about Sorcery, let me know in the comments below. There's also a Sorcery Discord out there. There's a Card Collector Art House Discord out there. You can also go to cardcollectorarthouse.com to check out some of the historical information. I don't have any deals with anybody. I'm just sharing the resources that I have found and that I have used to gather some of this information. And if you like the video, make sure to hit that like button. It tells me this is a video that you want me to make more of. It also tells the algorithm it's worth watching, and it helps the channel get exposure out to other folks. Take it easy, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Sorcerer, enemy avatars threaten your rightful supremacy. The time has come to assert your dominance. Enter the realm of imagination and shape it to your will. Tap into the 4 elements to cast a myriad of powerful spells. Rule with the enduring strength of earth. Manipulate the charm and trickery of water. Harness the power and knowledge of wind. Unleash the desire and destruction of fire. Draw from a massive 400 hand-painted and iconic cards. Cast your enemy down, the old school way. Secure your spot on the contested realm